Have you ever looked at a YouTube video and you have all your gear, but you watch the video and you're like, man, how did this person even start this video? How did they structure it? How did they form it? How did they know exactly what to say? In this video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how I approach my YouTube videos with two very specific strategies that are very different from one another. If you look throughout this channel, you see that there's a ton of education videos. And you're like, that's great. I know a ton of stuff, but I have no idea how to say it to make sure that I get views or am able to even be findable to my ideal audience that I'm looking for. And so in this video, we are going to be going through the two foundational things that I've found to start and build my channel. And that is education. And then the other one is the guinea pig theory. Let's dive in because these are both very different strategies, but they accomplish the same goal to the viewer, just in a different way. And my goal for you is that you can watch this video and figure out, okay, which videos do I need to be one way and which ones can I try to be the other way, the guinea pig theory. When we take a look at our education videos and even a lot of videos that are on this channel, what you see is that the expert comes out, right? This is the person that knows exactly what they're talking about and they know it all the way through and through to be able to help somebody else with all the details. They've done it before. They're the expert. They're the guru that most people say. However, for me, as I'm viewing expert content, I kind of have a little bit of friction when I do it because I don't necessarily know everything there is to know about being an expert. And so for me, sometimes I feel a little inauthentic when I'm doing these educational videos because, you know, I only know so much about gear, and then even more so is I teach people everything that I know, and I want to be able to help you guys. And so I just don't necessarily always know these things. And so first off, you have the education, which is positions you as an expert. And when you're starting off that video, you want to start off with the promise and the payoff. Now, what does that mean? So as somebody is about to click on your video, if you start off the video with a promise and payoff, this is exactly what that means. In this video, you will get XYZ that will be able to teach you how to go to XYZ. And in the midst of that, I'm basically giving you a promise, but I'm also telling you, hey, if you finish watching this video through and through, you're going to be able to know how to do this for yourself. And so there's payoff. And so if your viewers are watching you, they're going to know within the first 30 seconds if this video is for them, for them or not. If they're about to spend 30 minutes with you or even 10 minutes with you, they want to know that they're on the right video, the right channel. So first off, we have to understand our promise, and then we have to give our payoff. And then even throughout the promise, identifying certain problems helps you relate to your audience and helps you understand and give your audience a form of empathy because you've went through it. You understand the struggles, the pains that they're currently having. Next, what we go into is our contrarian points. After you give the promise and payoff, get straight into the video. Tell people exactly, hey, step one is this. You're going to go through this. It's almost like you're building like an SOP for the viewer for this experience that they're about to do. Because if they're about to try something new for the first time, they want to know exactly the exact steps that they need to do. And especially when it comes to tech, there's a lot of moving variables that people don't necessarily know. There's troubleshooting that they have to deal with. And so it's very important that you list out these points. I normally like to keep it anywhere from 3 to 5 points because I like to be very dialed in on the pain points that people are experiencing. And so I'll go through my 3 to 5 points that I found to be the most difficult for people to navigate through. And so I'll get through my points. I'll say, this is what you have to do. This is why you have to do it. And then I'll even identify why most people skip this step. That is another way to continue empathy throughout this video. And then lastly, what I like to do is I like to recap. And so in the midst of giving your contrarian points, you want to be able to give people the information, but additionally, you also want to be able to give them your perspective. And so maybe you're reviewing a piece of gear or something like that, or tech, or whatever your field of expertise is in. You want to give your opinion along with those points because you may have found a better way to do it. You might not like something as much, and so be vocal about that when you're giving your points. And then at the end, you're going to go and recap, because if people aren't complaining with how much you repeat something, you're not repeating it enough. And so go ahead, and at the end of your video, you want to leave someone with a recap and quick takeaways for this that are the most priority for the viewer experience. And then last but not least, the fourth point. The fourth point is your call to action, CTA. And so as you are going through your educational video and structuring your educational video, you want to be able to search a topic that you know that people are having pain within and they're trying to solve, or they're trying to figure out information to help them. You want to give them the promise of the video. You want to tell them that they are going to get a certain type of payoff by watching this video. And then you want to give them the points to be able to guide them from where they're at to where they need to be within 3 to 5 points, recap, and then call to action. Now, that is our educational video. Now, a strategy that I have found and I've begun to implement, which is something that I like to call the guinea pig theory. And the guinea pig theory comes from the Dan Harmon's circle of storytelling. This is a very, very specific and very, very opposite of a lot of your educational videos, because you're not necessarily coming from this as an expert, but as a student. So when you are doing your same point here, which is the promise and payoff, you generally know the promise. Hey, I'm going to do this thing to try to be able to get to the payoff, but I actually don't know if what I'm doing will pay off. And so the difference between your education and your guinea pig theory or your guinea pig video is that over here, you already know what the end goal and what the answer is. Over here with the guinea pig theory, you don't necessarily know if what you're doing is going to pay off. And I'm going to take you through exactly how you figure that out. And so normally you'll run some sort of test or some sort of trial or some sort of live action thing, and it will lead to this circle of both order and chaos. And so step one in the Dan Harmon's circle of storytelling is you. You want to establish who you are and what you're trying to accomplish. You want to set the scene for people. So establish the protagonist. This is like the hero. Hey, I'm the hero in this journey. I'm trying to figure this out, and I'm going to go through a series of steps to try to figure out the answer. And maybe you can live vicariously through me and learn from my mistakes as I'm doing this. So after you established who you are, you have to establish the need, right? And this is where a lot of order comes in. So finding the solution. So in the need, you're trying to express that, hey, I've been dealing with this problem for X amount of time. I am trying to figure out how I can do this, and so I'm going to try this. That leads us into our go, which means, hey, I'm going to do this thing, and now you are physically going to show what you're doing in this section. And so every time you're filming, you're establishing these different points, and you want to show, maybe you're like rock climbing for the first time ever, right? And so you're going to physically show yourself how you're going about rock climbing. You're going to show all the pros, the cons, the failures. If you look at some of our YouTube studio videos, you can see that not everything's a win. And so sometimes there is some things that don't go right. And so I want to show that because people can generally end up avoiding whatever problems that they have by learning through you. One of the greatest things that I learned was that smart people learn from their own mistakes and wise people learn from the mistakes of others. So you are allowing your audience to learn from the mistakes of you to become wise. And so you're going to show every aspect for that. And so then we are going to step into search, which means, okay, this is like the what do I have to do to change what I'm currently doing right now to be able to fix this current situation? And so you're searching for the answer. This is normally where like a road of trials happens. Right? You're kind of converging your show and your failures into two different categories here. And then that will lead you to eventually being able to find the answer. And so now we've found the answer, and then we want to give a hot take. So the answer is not always success, by the way. Sometimes this thing that you're about to try is actually revealing that it's a failure. And so you want to be able to give the hot take right here at the take section after you've found the answer. And then these last two parts are you want to return and you want to bring it home for the return. Basically, it's almost like the same as your recap segment, but you're returning from the mission. So you gave your hot take right after finding the answer, and now you're kind of just doing the debrief of the overview, the recap of everything. And then last but not least, what would you change? Right? This is compiling everything that you've learned through your establishment of order, going in through your chaos to now finally getting to this is how I transformed. And if you follow these things and these steps and these tests that I took myself through as a guinea pig, this is your transformation time to be able to say, hey, this is what I'm going to do if I try this again. This is how I'm going to do it differently. This is the answer that I've ultimately found. And then last but not least, you want to leave people to a call to action, which can be another video that you've done to where you've actually implemented the change. Maybe you're trying a different route or way to find success through this, or testing a different theory that you've seen elsewhere online. So when you're starting your YouTube videos, one of these isn't better than the other. It's just a matter of doing them fully through to completion. So your quick highlight here and what I've learned throughout shooting my YouTube videos is sometimes education is the best way to do it. Other times I don't necessarily know the payoff. And so it's okay to show a little bit of vulnerability that I'm working through a solution. If you know what the end goal is and you know what your limit of information is, you can also decide which YouTube style fits you better. And so at the end of the day, one isn't better than the other. You just kind of have to filter through and say, hey, maybe I'm going to try for this next video my guinea pig theory. Maybe I'm going to ask 100 people this one singular question to find the answer. Maybe I'm going to go through exactly how I've already found the answer myself, and I'm going to show somebody else as a form of education to be able to help somebody. But I hope this channel is created to be able to envelop both of these things for you so that you guys can not just see them here, but you can also see them through other videos and go, oh, this is an education video. Oh, this is a guinea pig style video that John did. And you can apply the same type of voice to your own videos the same way that we do here. So I'm Manager John, and this channel is created to be able to help you grow as a creator. We talk about a lot of gear, but we are also going to begin talking about a lot of strategy that you can use with the gear. And so if this video helped you, I would love to hear from you in the comment section below. If you've ever tried the guinea pig theory, or if you're strictly doing education videos, I would love to hear from you. I'd love to hear where some of your hangups are, because I answer all my comments. And I want to take a moment to invite you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. My goal is high quality content over the frequency of content. And so even with this video, I didn't want to just shoot this video to just get out a video. I wanted to actually be able to sit with this information and give you guys the best path forward. So I want to take a moment to invite you to subscribe and join the community where we create with a purpose. I'm Manager John, and I'll see you on the next video.